am not great right now. I don't have any intellectual way to express how blah I feel, regardless of any real joy or real anything that I refuse to allow to help me deal with my perfectly awful day. I woke up this morning perfectly okay with the vow my mental illness made to ruin something. And of course, it did. Up went the pressure and off went the lid, and you can't say I didn't warn you. But is that even an excuse? Or is that just some line I use after I've abused you and the rest of my useless defenses? I've once again created my own prison, creeping shows and events and walking home from them, knowing I've only sort of risen to any occasion that requires human contact because, well, that shit is hard. Isolation is easier than counting cards, and considering how anxious I am just leaving the house, let's just say I don't like variables. It's already really, really hard growing up and not knowing what's wrong with you. It's even harder when you're 26 years old and you find out it was everything that you couldn't fucking prevent. That this shit wasn't just a phase and no change in schools or friends or therapy was ever going to end this onslaught of terror I created for myself, but you would think that would almost be a relief, right? My depression wasn't in spite of anything. It was a direct result of a chemical bomb that I didn't even have to be smart to create. The bullies weren't wrong. I was just late to the party, and maybe if I had gone along with it sooner, this shit would have blown up all over them and not everything I fucking love and cherish. And anyway, the truth is, I should have realized then that I was too smart to assimilate to a culture that believed that I was in any way less. I fought so hard then that the now doesn't always get the best of me anymore, and I don't just owe myself an apology about 70% of the time. In less words, I'm kind of a jerk, and even though being a jerk isn't a crime, it isn't really the easiest way in the world to make friends, especially when you just don't show up and don't ever make amends for it. Can't make it worse if I don't show up in the first place. Right? Is anyone really the bad guy when the sad guy just stays home? It took me 3 tries in and out of bed, 2 energy drinks, and a pack of cigarettes to say this. I'm not great right now. I still don't know how to fix it, and I'm not sure why I think anyone cares, but I just wouldn't be me if I didn't get up on stage about it. Eventually. And to anyone who dares, I could really use a friend right now.